5 Packers left guard Josh Sitton. Josh, thanks again, man. How you doing this week?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Doing well, Josh. I read a quote from David Bakhtiari saying that I think he said in one game in college he had 3 different quarterbacks come into the game in the same game. You guys have had 4 quarterbacks in the last 4 weeks. Have you ever experienced anything like this?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we've, I've had a time in college where we had 2 quarterbacks battling it out, and one would come in and second quarter, third quarter. I mean, something like that, but never anything like this.
Let me ask you about, we had a rather healthy discussion earlier about what the NFL could do to avoid ties. How do you feel as a player about a game that ends in a tie?
Well, it sucks. I mean, you don't go out there and battle for that long to, just shake hands and say, hey, none of us lost, none of us won. I mean, it sucks. I don't like it. It wasn't a good feeling. It felt like a loss. So I'm not a big fan of it, but it's tough. I mean, I wouldn't know what you would do, to be honest with you.
As a player, could you guys keep playing, or is that putting you guys in danger?
Well, we played 94 plays, I want to say, something like that. And I was freaking exhausted. I don't think you could ask the guys to keep playing, to be honest with you. It's too much. I mean, you just can't keep going for that long.
What about the college format?
What do you do? Start on the 25 and then, yeah. I mean, it's okay. I mean, in the NFL, you hardly ever see a tie. So I mean, it's not something you ever really think about or talk about until it happens every so often. I mean, when was the last tie? Last year.
Yep. Niners, Rams, I think.
And then when's the last one before that? I mean, I don't remember. I mean, it's been a while, so it doesn't come out that often. But I mean, it's just part of the game you got to deal with. I mean, I guess it's better than a loss.
Right. That's all.
I like it when Josh comes on because that's pretty much what I said earlier today. Is that pretty much what I said, guys?
That is pretty much what you said, Gary. It is.
Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate
player
it.
agreeing with a player. I'm shocked.
Well, but we didn't set the question up. You just asked me. You guys thought you'd get me in a trick back.
No,
hey, with that being said, Josh, I saw that big button pulling. Getting in front of my guy James Starks. When you pull a lot, what's going on, man?
Well, actually, the play I think you're talking about, I wasn't really pulling.
What was that?
It was a zone play, and the way they do a lot of stunts in games in the run game, and so I was trying to just really open up to get down the line, and it was really like a full zone call where we were all just zoning to the right. And I just saw a hole in front of the center and, hauled ass and went and took that front side linebacker. He was going to go get him, but I got there first. I'm a little bit quicker than him.
There's a lot of talk, about Sherrod and him not playing, being available. Do you think he's ready to go, or does he need more time?
I think he's ready. He's healthy. He's looked good at practice. I guess they just don't think he's our best option. So, I mean, anytime you take off that much time, it's tough to just go throw a guy in there when you have a guy, like Donnie or Marshall or whatever that's been playing the entire season. I mean, it's just we're kind of at that point where it's, you're kind of past that.
So you're saying Newhouse is your best option over Sherrod?
I'm not going to sit here and say best option and anything like that.
Right.
Just after, 11 weeks of the season, or when did he come back? A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
After 9-10 weeks of a season, you're set. So it was my rookie year. I was supposed to be starting coming out of training camp. I got hurt. Well, when I came back, week 4 or whatever, they were already set in the guys they had. So I didn't go back into the starting lineup just because it had been too long or whatever. So. That's just kind of how it goes. You go so long with a certain amount of guys, and you build that chemistry as a line, you just keep rolling with that and don't necessarily want to change things up.
Talking with Packers offensive lineman Josh Sitton here on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Obviously, it's the Lions now on Thanksgiving Day. Not only are you coming off a game, you're coming off of an overtime game on top of that, and it's a rival game that you've talked about in the past. Just how difficult is it to turn around this quick and play another one?
It's tough, man. You said it. We played an overtime game. We played the entire overtime, so it's tough. Even if we played 50 plays the other day, but going and playing 90 plays and then having to turn around and try and get your body healthy. Usually my body gets back to normal about Wednesday after a game, so we'll be ready to go physically. It's just tough, getting everything in. You only have 2 days to prepare for the game mentally. So that's a tough part of it. You have to. We were joking today that today was our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday all combined. So it's just tough to pack in all that in such a short amount of time.
Josh, we've heard a lot of complaining and a lot of people pointing out this year Thursday night games have not been as good as Sunday and Monday night games. A lot of people saying that they're sloppy and pointing to that short preparation week. Do you notice a sloppier football game in Thursday night games that you've played in?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Trying to think back. Who did we play a Thursday game last year?
I think you had Minnesota on Thursday last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we had Chicago. It was early in the season, wasn't it? Wasn't it like the second week or something?
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, I'm usually right. When I'm speaking, I'm normally right. So. I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't think. I know when I'm watching the Thursday games, it seems to be that way. Lower scoring type games. But I don't really notice anything. When I'm out there playing. But I notice how my body feels during and after the game, and it's a pain in the ass to deal with that for sure.
Going into the Lions game, I don't know if I'll put you on a spot here, but who would you prefer to start at quarterback, Flynn or Tolzien?
Y'all got some tough ones today, huh? Well, I don't know. Matt came in and gave us a big spark. I don't know if we were able to do more with Matt or whatever, but he's a little bit more experienced. He's been around this system for a while. I don't know, to be honest with you. It just sounds so cliche, but whoever they put in there, it doesn't change my job. I just want to frickin' win, man. We haven't won in a frickin' month, so whoever's going to show up and do the best that day, that's my answer.
All right, Josh, that's a nice answer. Good political one, but still, man, I'm watching. I'm at the game. I'm watching Flynn come in, man, and I'm not asking you to put the coaches on the spot or do anything like that, but geez, it just looked and felt different. There was a difference between Flynn and Tolzien in that game. It just was. I don't know if Flynn is not a good practice player, where if McCarthy's looking at him in practice, goes, oh, well, I don't think he's ready. Or if Flynn is just a game, because sometimes you just have guys that do good in games, and sometimes you have guys that just don't practice well. But there was a night and day difference between Flynn and Tolzien at quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if it was night and day difference, but like I say, there was a spark to the offense, when he came in, and Scott was struggling a little bit with his accuracy, but Scott's played. He's played good football for us, having to fill in. If you want my honest answer, I wish Aaron was frickin' playing.
Well, yeah, we all want that, yeah.
But, like I said, Matt's a veteran. He's been around. He knows the offense. We know that what he's capable of in this offense. I guess he's just better in this offense than he has been in other offenses. So, and there's something to that, So I think he's a better quarterback for this offense right now.
So we hear 12 was throwing today. What was that like?
Well, Aaron's been throwing since he got hurt. Don't let anybody fool you.
Okay.
He was ready to go right away, but yeah, he was out there and actually had his jersey on and all that, but don't take anything from that.
Well, you look at this Lions game. Now going back to this Lions game, you look at this game, and I kind of felt like because those guys, Sue and Farley and all those guys. I think that they would take a yellow flag just to knock Rodgers out of the game again if he were to play. I think they'd take a fine. Absolutely,
I don't think there's any question about that. They go after quarterbacks and. Their entire defense takes cheap shots all the time. I mean, that's what they do. That's who they are. They're a bunch of dirtbags. They're scumbags. I mean, that's how they play, and that's how they're coached. That starts with their freaking coach. Starts with the head coach, Schwartz. He's a dick too. I wouldn't want to play for him. And it starts with him and their D coordinator and the D line coach. They're all just scumbags, and so are the D-line.
No, and we know that going in. So how do we then, protect? How do we combat that? I mean, if it's Flynn's the guy told you, how do we stop that? I mean, because we know that these guys are going to do that. So how do we stop that crap from happening?
Well, it's all about attitude, man. You take it to them before they can take it to you. I mean, we have to set the tone of the game. As the offensive line, I mean, we've got to establish the line of scrimmage and establish that tempo and the attitude early in the game. I mean, we have to be the ones that are in charge and not let them take charge.
We all know, and as I was watching that game, Eddie Lacy, and I'd say this on that, he's a grown-ass man. I mean, that guy is unbelievable, Josh. How does it work for you blocking for a guy like that?
Well, I mean, we always talk about pushing piles and finishing, and when you have a guy like that is going to, keep his feet moving and not let one guy take him down and bounce out of piles. I mean, you want to keep pushing, and if you're, going and finishing your guy and pushing the pile, then it's going to give him a better chance to be able to pop out. And, like I said, you got a guy that doesn't stop his feet. I mean, it gives you a chance to spring one out, and those 2, 3, 4 yard runs turn into 7, 8, 9, 10 yard runs, and one of those springs into a 30, 40 yard run. So that it motivates you as an offensive lineman. You know what?
I want to hit defense real quick before you let you go. I'm just a little disappointed in the defense in that Toby Gerhart. Come on, man. How does Toby Gerhart do that to us? I mean, Adrian Peterson I can see, but the Gerhart guy, come on.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, man. The defense they've played really well in spurts this year, and had a streak there where they freaking played excellent. But they've had a few games lately that they haven't played up to par, and they know it. It's something that they got to fix. I mean, I honestly think it's a big part of it is, our offense not being able to hold the ball. I mean, those games where they were, kicking ass. I mean, we were holding the frickin' ball for a long time. I mean, we were dominating time of possession, and anytime you can hold the ball, then it keeps our defense fresh. So it all goes hand in hand. I mean, everybody. It's a team thing. Everything works together. Great defenses usually have an offense that can run the ball, score points, and like I said, keep that time of possession up.
Even though you haven't won a game in 4 weeks, the Bears and the Lions have helped you out. Your thoughts on being able to control your own fate, depending upon what happens in that game on Thursday?
Well, we got to win. Ain't no doubt about it. Coming off the field on Sunday, you kind of felt like crap. A tie really felt like a loss. Knowing our situation.
That must have been that 90 plays you had the other day that caused that yawn.
Tell me about it. But yeah, coming off the field, knowing our situation, a tie was really a loss. But then to hear that they both lost, gives us a chance. So that's all we need at the end of the day is a chance.
Josh, obviously you're playing on Thanksgiving, so do you celebrate the day after? Do you get home the night of and celebrate? How are you doing Thanksgiving this year?
Well, we usually go over to the Hawks, AJ and Laura, and we get home typically, around 5 o'clock or so. So we're able to celebrate Thanksgiving that night.
What's Josh Sitton's favorite side dish at Thanksgiving? I mean, we all eat turkey, we all eat ham. What do you love on the side with your turkey?
I love good biscuits.
Yes.
Or rolls or mac and cheese.
Yes. Me and Josh Sitton could hang out, man. He is Josh Sitton, Packers left guard.
Wait a minute, you got little foo-foo dogs over there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What kind of foo-foo dogs you got?
A Dorky, Dotson, and a Yorkie mix.
Oh, you didn't buy that, did you?
No.
Okay.
But I bet you love him, don't you, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I picture you like with a Rottweiler or a Mastiff or something like that.
Some kind of
I got
hunting
my
dog.
dog. She has her dog. I have a 95-pound lab. So.
Lab,
Oh, there
okay.
you go. There you go. He is Josh Sitton, Packers left guard. You follow him on Twitter at JSitton71, and